Morning all. So we're at Didcot Parkway this morning on a busy road. Today I'm going to be looking at the Didcot to Newbury to Southampton Railway and a possible cycle route down to Newbury. So initially we're going to be cycling along the NCN 544 which goes down to Upton and Blueberry station, which would have been the first station on the line. But yeah, we'll catch you down there. I was just thinking there that maybe I should have started recording this when I was actually on the cycleway and not out in the busy street out to the front of the Didcot railway station. But we are where we are. So the idea of today's mission is to go down to cycling down to Newbury along what is left of the Didcot, Newbury and Southampton Railway, and employing the idea of the paths for everyone, which is a Sustrans thing, which is an idea where you should be able to cycle on a path if you are a 12-year-old unaccompanied girl on a bicycle. But I would prefer to think of it as it would be suitable for a family to go out without running the risk of being run over and mown down by a HGV. And this kind of pathway that I'm on at the moment is that kind of thing. And if I would just be quiet for a second and you look behind you, and all we can hear is birdsong. It's absolutely gorgeous. However, this is NCN 544. This goes between Didcot and Upton, a distance of 2.5 miles. We have to find a route that's suitable maybe for the additional 18 miles which it takes to get down to Newbury. So we're going to go and take a look at and see what's left of the railway and see if we can cycle any of it, and if not, if we can take a suitable detour to get round it. So bear with us, and we'll see you on the route. So after maybe 2 miles of cycling, we get to here, which is effectively the end of the cycle path. But as you can see there, the railway continues along there, and it will eventually very shortly, will start to descend into what was Upton and Blueberry station. The Upton and Blueberry station is now a private residence, and the bridge where the railway used to go under, that was demolished in the 1960s, flattened, filled in, and it's so that the road could go through without a humpty back bridge. So from here we're going to divert down into Upton and then find a way through the village to then get up onto the Lynchway, which is a byway that heads down towards Compton. So off we go. So this is the Lynchway. I did a thing about this on a previous video. I'll put a link to it in the up in the corner there if you've not watched that one. So at the moment we're now running parallel to the old DN&SR railway. So hard work, not undoable. I didn't have to walk, so it's not that steep. It's still quite steep though. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and hopefully some downwards. Okay, so that was, you'll see there the characteristic DN&SR railway bridge with the brickwork and then the stone cappings. Stone cappings has been removed on this side, but you can look down the cutting and you can see something that you can't really see from Google Earth, which is that the cutting is relatively vegetation free for this section anyway, between the farmers' fields. For this section up here, it's a rubbish dump. I know you've got to have a rubbish dump somewhere, but why have you got to have it on top of a old railway line? I just don't understand the concept. Anyway, on we go. So this is the railway. It is private land, there is no public right of way, so clearly the railway cutting's been filled in. The cutting does appear to be full of vegetation, but relatively intact. But unfortunately we can't cycle it. However, there is, running almost parallel to it, a concrete road which joins up with the Ridgeway a bit further down. So we're gonna hack on down there. I was going to say the concrete road doesn't last forever, because the last time I came down here, maybe 2 years ago, probably during the pandemic, this restricted byway was a muddy path, and I wasn't looking forward to this section either, but this looked lovely. I don't know how long this lasts for, but it looks fantastic. So well, I got to say that's slightly annoying. I exerted a lot of energy to cycle up a muddy path, to cycle back down the Ridgeway, only to be found that the other end of that lovely path is right there. But I know for the future. Oh, this is lovely. Now strangely, this is a farmer's track. This is the railway line from about halfway down from where we were last at. So what the farmer's done is cleared out all the rubbish, created a road, and it comes down to this house, which is just down here. There's another section there which goes over a concrete bridge, and then it swings down to the left, and there's a kind of long kind of farm track thing which comes out at the church on the road out of Compton. What you can't see just here is that the bridge section, which is just up there, has got some big holes in it, some gaps in the concrete, but easily filled in if you're going to create this into a cycle path. So I've come a bit further along the line here, and you can see that somebody's built a business park on top of the old railway line. The cutting, actually behind this massive hedge here is actually the old station platform, and this is the station house for Compton railway station. It's now private residence, but you can see that they've retained some bits and pieces of the old railway infrastructure with those tin sheds over there. So just beyond that rather nice garden that they've created in the cutting here, we've got the old station platform. Well, an extension, I think. It's probably more going into the goods yard. So there was a goods yard beyond the station. And you can see there's some infrastructure buildings in there, curving of the platform. But it's all fenced off with this rather unattractive chain link fence, which looks kind of 1960s era, so probably at the same time beaching cuts. So now we're coming through Compton village, and we're going underneath the railway. So unlike a lot of the other railway bridges, this one's actually in good nick. And just after this church is where that farmer's road comes out that was on the railway that I showed you earlier. The railway line comes in on the right hand side here, and this is Compton Crossing level crossing. Now private residence, but the pretty much all the existing features are as is, as was, except for this brick wall, of course, in the front of it, which is modern. Quaint little village of Hampstead Norreys. Inside of Hampstead Norreys is the start of the Ealing Way, which is a route where they have managed to put a cycleway down the old railway line all the way down into Hermitage, which is astonishingly good. Let's go and have a play. And here we are, back on the Didcot Newbury Southampton Railway. Whee! So we've just come off the Ealing Way, and there have been some plans submitted to West Berkshire Council from Sustrans about how they could possibly get an extension of the cycle route from here, from the end of the Ealing Way in Hermitage, as we are here now, to get it down towards Newbury. And one of the ways they're proposing is these what they call snickets or cut-throughs, as a way to kind of bisect this housing estate which has been built on the railway line, as demonstrated by those two cyclists there. So everybody uses it for that purpose, so let's crack on. So just over here on the right hand side is Pinewood Park, which used to be Pinewood Halt on the railway. So we are following the railway line almost parallel at the moment. Again, it's all blocked off and people have built on top of it and stuff, so we're having to use roads. So we're still on the route suggested by Sustrans. So just here, by this big mound of earth behind this right diversion sign, is where the railway crossed over. Sustrans have suggested that this public footpath to the left hand side here that runs down the side can be converted to a bridle way. So we'll try that out. Good old flat bottom rail, you know, GWR's been here.
Thank you very much.
No bother. Thank you.
Thanks.
This unfortunately is about as far as the line will go. It's up to West Berkshire Council now, because here's the bridge over, and you may just be able to see that somebody's fenced it off because it's part of their back garden. There we go. Now, left hand side here, there is a suggestion that this trackway here will go onto the back of Hermitage Station. It certainly indicates that, but it also looks like it's someone's back garden, so give that a miss. So from here on in, as I said, the road, the B4009, now goes down into Newbury. It's too dangerous to cycle, so what I'm doing is I'm going to go over towards Curridge, which is a bit ironic really, but because I'm lacking courage to go on to the B4009. But yeah, Curridge, and then that should take me over the A34, and then hopefully a reasonably quiet road down into Newbury, but we shall see. The advantages of going down the back roads, isn't it? Well, as the next part of this journey is going to be by road, I better get sorted for road cycling.